dropped and broke it apart. That was my doom. My heart went boom. I got a Humpty Dumpty heart. Well, good evening, friends. We're glad to have you tuned into our program. Hope you like some of the songs we've got lined up for you. For some of you folks that might be driving down the highway, we've got a little bit of advice to offer you in this first tune called Fool at the Steering Wheel. The whole world hates the reprobates with their lust for graft and greed, and some would scorn a fellow that's born of a different color or creed. But the world is thick with the lunatic society would conceal. But you meet him every day as you drive along the way. It's the fool up the steering wheel. So stop and think before you drink and heed to the world's appeal. To drive with care and never beware of a fool at the steering wheel. So sad is the sight in the day or night to hear a crash and see a youth so fair or a man with silver hair plunge to eternity when they might have lived if only he would give a moment to the world's appeal and try to think twice, for the devil would entice a fool at the steering wheel. So stop and think before you drink and heed to the world's appeal. To drive with care and never beware of a fool at the steering wheel. Well, right now we're going to bring up to the microphone that Capitol recording artist, Billy Walker. Bill, how you feeling?
Pretty good, Hank. We sort of got an old waltz tune lined up for the folks tonight called The Tennessee Waltz. I was dancing with my darling to the Tennessee Waltz when an old friend I happened to see. I introduced him to my darling, and while they were dancing, my friend stole my sweetheart from me. I remember that night and the Tennessee Waltz. Only you know how much that I've lost. Yes, I lost my little darling the night they were playing the beautiful Tennessee Waltz. I remember that night and the Tennessee Waltz. Only you know how much I have lost. Yes, I lost my little darling the night they were playing the beautiful Tennessee Waltz.
Well, much obliged, Billy. Right now I'd like to do an original composition, a little bit of a sad song that I wrote quite some while back. Maybe you folks might like to listen to it. I call it, Why Have I Never Had a Mommy? The soldier hastened down the pathway, whereas a boy he used to play. His baby son ran out to greet him, and Mom and Dad, whose hair was gray. It's so good to see you, Daddy. I've missed you so since you've been gone. And I've really got a daddy now that you have come back home. But why have I never had a mommy? He shook his little head off curls. Why have I never had a mommy like the other boys and girls? The soldier's lips began to tremble as his wife he did recall. For while he was across the ocean, for another man his wife did fall. She left the baby with his parents, and with her new love she did go. The baby never knew his mommy, for she had left so long ago. The soldier smiled down at his baby, though deep inside his heart did yearn. Yes, my son, you've got a mommy, and maybe someday she'll return.
That's Lefty Mason on the steel guitar with Georgia Steel.
Much obliged, Lefty. Right now, I'd like for you to help me out. Do a tune here from one of our Capitol recordings, an original composition. Goes back to an old saying about a cat has 9 lives. A cat has 9 lives, this I've heard, but he's not the only one. I must have 1,000 lives, and you've taken every one. A cat has 9 lives, I've got more because I've lived and died for you. I only live when I have your love, and I die when you say we're through. Well, I die each time you leave me, I know that it's the end. You come back and relieve me, then I start to live again. A cat has 9 lives, I've got more, but a cat don't have to pay. With a broken heart each time he dies, if his lover goes away. I die each time you leave me, I know that it's the end. But you come back and relieve me, then I start to live again. A cat has 9 lives, I've got more, but a cat don't have to pay. With a broken heart each time he dies, if his lover goes away. Well, looks like we've used up all of our time for this little session. This is Hank Thompson speaking for all the Brazos Valley Boys and Billy Walker, saying much obliged for listening. Until our next visit, I've got a Humpty Dumpty heart. You dropped it and broke it apart. That was my doom. My heart went boom. I got a Humpty Dumpty heart.